Hi there. Today is day 4 of going live during this challenge and during this theme of clues. So I'm curious, what clues have you noticed in the last 3 days? And any clues that you'd like to share or think about in terms of what is shifting for you the more you tune in? For me, today, the clue is noticing that it is in the stillness that emotions can be witnessed and motion can be created for clarity. And what I mean by that is by showing up and allowing yourself to feel emotions and feel your body energetically, it later on allows things to move. There's this term, emotions. So it's not just about the emotions, but it's about the motions that can be created by sitting with things. And this morning for me, I woke up around 5:43. I normally wake up earlier for a short meditation, sometimes longer. And today it was exactly 5:43, and I thought, I'm anxious. I'm working through things in my head, and I didn't want to wake up with my head feeling so overwhelmed. And since meditation is my non negotiable, I decided let's just see what we can do with this. So I put my feet on my earthing mat, and I basically talked to myself, listened to myself actually, listened to myself talk about the emotions that were running through. And I witnessed myself almost like a coach telling myself, well, where do you feel it? How does it feel? And when those emotions started to flow, I actually then started going deeper into that meditation. And I witnessed myself talking it through in terms of energy and saying, let the energy flow through your spine. And in those moments of allowing myself to kind of sit with that anxiety, I also then eventually got to a point where, in the stillness, in the darkness, I was starting to notice what I called, the only way to express it is blue clouds. It's usually in that state where it's complete darkness and then there's a shift, and it's subtle, but the shift is what I call these blue clouds. And often there's a tremendous amount of peace that can be felt. But it was all subtle. And that's sort of what I want to express is some clues are subtle. There's no big light. There's no sounds. There's nothing overt or explicit in your path saying this is the clue. It was almost in the opportunity that I was given to sit with these emotions that I came through on the other side in that period of the meditation to show up, sit with those emotions, and allowing the subtle nature of what was happening to help me move things, move the energy. And what's interesting is that once I was done with my meditation, I went about my day, and I came downstairs, made myself this hearty cup of warm tea that I have almost every morning, apple cider vinegar, lemon. And after I was done enjoying it, made myself some breakfast, and noticed that suddenly I wasn't in the head. I had dropped into the body, but I was more present. I was moving from one task to another. I found myself tidying the office, cleaning, getting things done, and then going through my emails, getting my day mapped out. And it was just flowing so much better than normal. There's such power in being able to just sit with those emotions. And the clue this time was subtle. There are no words I can really describe what was allowing me to feel those motions. And I'd like to invite you to consider that some of those clues are subtle, but it requires for you to show up for yourself and sit in stillness. So, with that, let's take a moment to breathe. Let this information sit with you for a moment. And then I invite you to think about what subtle clues have you noticed today. Thanks for joining me on this journey. It's been kind of, nerve-wracking being live every day, learning how to use Ecamm, which I will be showing more about behind the scenes very soon. In the description, in the show notes, I have a link to my newsletter. I invite you to join my newsletter. I talk about AI, I talk about technology, I talk about the human side of being a solopreneur in a culture that often requires us to navigate through so much information, so many technologies. Um, how do we stay grounded? And how do we still allow ourselves to be open to the idea that AI and other tools can help accelerate our growth in some areas, but yet allow us to make better decisions as entrepreneurs? Um, so, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I think I'm getting a little more comfortable being on camera. Um, Thank you for being here. Visit my Instagram, omni.mindfulness, and DM me the word clue, and I will share more about my upcoming free meditation challenge in June. So thank you. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you got something out of it.